Now then, for all of my 90 subscribers, welcome back. So I'm starting a new series of videos now on a new project, the CBR. There you go, that's finished. It's running great. Enjoyed it most of the summer. So on to the next project, which is going to be a Classic Mini. Okay, I'm a big fan of Classic Minis. It was my first car, and one of the projects is on my bucket list I always want to do is to take a Classic Mini, rip out the A series engine. Nothing against A series engines, but they're old tech. I'm putting something new and decent, and with a fifth gear. So this is this project is. So stick around, and I'll show you the engine I'm going to put in this Mini. Boom! Yeah. And there we are. So those who are in the know probably recognise what the engine is straight away. This is a CG engine from a Nissan Mica K11. May have been K12, I'm not so sure, but I got this one out of a K11. Okay, there's a few reasons why I picked this engine. One, they're very cheap to get hold of. Nissan Micas are 10 for a penny nowadays. It's a good, reliable engine. Obviously, it's Nissan. It's a twin cam 16 valve, which is very impressive given this is only a 1 litre engine. It's got a fifth gear, which is what I really want to help with the Mini for cruising. And also, this is quite a common conversion. So common that you can buy, there's companies out there who will make custom parts for this conversion, such as a subframe, a mini subframe, to accept this engine and other parts as well. So that's going to make the conversion very easy. As you can see, I've already mounted the engine. I took the engine out of the Mica. I've still got the Mica, the donny vehicle, if I need it. But I took the engine out of the Mica. If you want to know how I did that, I'll put a link in right now to another video of me removing the Mica engine if you're interested. But as you can see, the engine is mounted in the subframe. I've painted it, so the next step I've got is to remove the subframe and A series engine out of this Mini and prepare it for the new Nissan engine. Okay, this engine will be up for sale very soon. I bought this Mini. It runs, it drives, it's MOT tax exempt. However, the engine does run, but it seems to smoke a little bit on startup, so in my opinion it needs a rebuild. One of the reasons why I bought it is because the engine needed a rebuild, but I'm not bothered, so I got a good deal on it because I'm going to obviously replace the engine. So if you're interested in an A series engine that needs a bit of work but going cheap, that'll be up for sale very shortly. Okay, so yes, so yeah, I'm going to start stripping parts off the engine and get myself prepared to move it from this car. Okay, so it's now time to start removing all the auxiliary components from the Mini engine to allow me to drop the Mini and subframe as a complete assembly. Let's do this. Like gravy. final stage of removing the subframe engine assembly from the Mini. All the auxiliary components have been removed now. The shock absorbers have been removed. Any wiring, brakes, fuel lines, exhaust. There's nothing now holding this engine, shouldn't be anyway, holding this engine to the body. Okay, so to release the subframe from the shell, I've got access bolts here, some more that connect the subframe to the bulkhead, which you access from the inside of the car, and then the two main bolts either side. This is a single bolt subframe based in the near the car. So once they're all undone, the plan is I'm going to lift the body up, push it back, leaving the subframe engine in place, as has been dictated in the Haynes manual. I suggest if you're going to do a job like this, get yourself a Haynes manual. If you can read, you can do this job, in my opinion. It's not that intimidating. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, front subframe bolts removed. Okay, rear subframe bolts for the bulkhead removed. Now to undo these main subframe bolts. I've just loosened this one, and I'm going to do this one. It's an FYI, these bolts are 1 5/16 imperial measurements, so be careful. You can use a metric socket on this. Okay, remember this old school English car, you know, back when things were imperial. Okay, so this is my plan of attack. So both subframe bolts are undone and removed. The engine and subframe is free, so now's the case of lifting the body up high enough to allow the engine to come out forward. My plan of attack is to jack one side up, put an axle stand, jack the other side, put an axle stand, and keep doing that to raise as high as possible, step by step. Fortunately, I've only got one jack, so I have to do it this way. So let's see how we get on. Okay, a bit of an update. So I'm slowly making progress, lifting the shell up over the engine. As I've lifted it up, the engine's come forward slightly, and now the alternator is really getting in the way. So even though I thought I might have got away with doing this with the alternator in place, I don't think that's the case. So I'm going to crack on and remove this alternator now, give myself more room. Maybe even the distributor cap, actually. That's looking pretty close. Yeah, and carry on. Get in there, slowly but surely. So what I've been doing is taking my time, just jacking up bit by bit, making sure nothing's catching. Okay. Fuck. That'll do. Yes. There we are. That's done. So engine out. So the next episode I'm going to be transferring everything from this subframe to my new subframe with the CG engine, such as suspension arms, suspension components, cones, hubs, calipers, discs, everything I need. And then once that's all done, I'll have a rolling subframe with that engine, and then I'll just reverse pretty much what I did today. See you next time.